This past weekend, Ultimate Fighting Arena went down in Europe, the biggest tournament to take place over that span of time, and I've already covered the top 8 at length in yesterday's video. However, this tournament had quite a lot more to it than just the top 8. As was the case for most of the previous tournaments we've been covering, the most notable thing about UFA 2023 was the plentiful amount of upsets that littered the tournament. Now, full disclosure, this video is going to be quite short because I am extremely short on time today. Long story cut short, I was originally going to get someone else to write today's video, but that fell through at the very last minute, so I had to make it myself, which I was very much not prepared for, and I have to leave for a thing in quite literally like an hour from recording this. So today we'll be going over the 3 biggest upsets at UFA, all 3 of which were upset factor 9 victories. That's right, 3 upset factor 9s in a single tournament is quite a lot, but we'll go over all 3 of them in as much depth as I can. By the way, as always, the upset thread that I'm referencing is in the description below. Without further ado, let's get started. The first upset today comes courtesy of Inspector Jared, who is a French duck hunt main who has a Kazuya secondary, which is why you're seeing Kazuya on the VOD right now. And yes, none of these upsets were actually streamed, so I'm just using related VODs, bear with me on it. Jared is a regional threat where he lives, consistently getting top 8, if not top 3, at locals in the area. Jared, the 247th seed, was host to our first upset at UFA 2023, where he defeated Andres FN, the 10th seed and the second best player in Spain, in a 2-0 victory in pools, our very first upset factor 9 victory. After this, Jared would go on to lose to Astrat and Major for a final placement of 129th. Our second upset comes courtesy of Ari, who may quite literally be the textbook definition of a hidden boss, being a UK Ness main who is a known Wi-Fi warrior and had only gone to 3 offline tournaments prior to Ultimate Fighting Arena, but had made top 8 at all of them. Ari, who was the 402nd seed, defeated Pelly, the 18th seed and one of the best players in the UK, for our second upset factor 9 win. After this, Ari lost to Trim and Zemmel for a final placement of 65th. And last up for today, our final upset comes courtesy of Aness, who is a Roy main from France. Aness plays quite a bit of Wi-Fi, but also has good placements offline as well, especially in the lead up to UFA. At UFA, Aness, the 123rd seed, defeated Bloom Forever, the 6th seed, in a Game 5 upset victory. This was our final upset factor 9 win, and after this, Aness would move on and lose to Itish and Kingle for a final placement of 65th. UFA was rife with upsets, but these 3 were the absolute biggest, all 3 of them being a huge upset factor, and with this tournament being one of the, if not the, only time in Ultimate history that we've seen 3 upset factor 9 wins in a single tournament, upsetting multiple top seeds. That's going to be it for today's video. Before I go, shout out to my patrons Seth Laster, Farskull333, and my tier 2 patrons Iltis and Diamond Blaze. Additionally, shout out my YouTube member Stormtrooper, Loco Soco, Mattoon, Diarrhea, DTR Jr., Defective, Orangabang, and my tier 2 members Mike G and Wu-Tang Forever. Tomorrow, I'll be covering the final Mai Suma top, but until then, I've been Mr. Mice, and thank you all so much for watching.